Okay, so under this pile right here, gold right here. This is what caught my eye probably, gosh, what, I've been talking to you now for what, feels like 2 years, maybe 3. But this is 3 sheets of acrylic, and that stuff right there is 2¼ inches thick. I think there's actually a 4th one, that's an inch and a half. Where's that at? There it is, right there. All right, so that one's 1.5 inches. If I remember, these were roughly 6 foot by 8 foot. So these are some big boys. This was part of the hexagon tank, did you say? Like somewhere in the corner?
Yeah, that was one of the big
3 panels?
hexagon tanks. There were 2, I think there were 2 tanks at Seaworld that had those there.
What's going on here? We got a massive box of, obviously, fake corals.
Yeah, these are resin corals that a lot of public aquariums will use in their shark displays or their artificial coral reef displays. They're basically resin molded out of forms from real coral.
Wow. So here's more of the sea channel for the floors. More piping, more filters, tanks. What'd you have, about, you said 45, 50 bags of biomedia? There is stuff piled on top of stuff on top of stuff. What were these again? You said you had, there's like 4 or 5 of these I noticed around here.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Just big old barrels for making up whatever.
Storage water or something like that.
Valves, pipes, motor operated stuff, air pumps. Holy cow. More of the triangle aquariums. All right, talk to me about this, because this is a big player over here. This massive protein skimmer. This is actually the cup, guys. This thing right here, just sitting on the pallet. This is probably 30 to 32 inches tall, and that thing right there sits on that beast back there of a protein skimmer. This was for the sharks, is that what it was?
This was for the shark encounter. It was designed to be an ozone contact chamber and a protein skimmer. It's made out of fiberglass. Stood probably maybe 10 foot tall, something like that. This is what did a lot of the stuff in that shark encounter. It was a 330 some odd 1,000 gallon aquarium, 330,000 gallons, something like that.
That's part of the piping system right there.
Yep.
That pipe's probably 10-inch diameter. Here's the other side of the skimmer. That is at least 48 inches wide, maybe a tad wider. Wow. All right, so more decking over here, more aquariums. There's a ton of aquariums. There's probably well over 100 aquariums. They're scattered out everywhere. Whole another box full of corals down inside here.
These are real aquarium skeletons here.
And this whole box is filled with 4 foot by 4 foot by, how do they call it? 4 foot. Yeah, it's tall.
Maybe 4.
Another one.
This is what we used to use back in the day, was real coral skeletons. Nowadays, luckily, we don't use that. This is pretty environmentally destructive. Don't buy coral. Don't buy real dead coral from your pet store to put in your aquarium. It's harvested and the corals are killed specifically for that purpose.
Now, right behind you, there's another big pile of rocks that we saw.
Yep. Yeah, this is just stuff that came out of one of the aquariums, just reef rock.
All right, so this is what it's all about, though, right here. For all you DIY guys that like to build your home aquariums. So when I met Nick probably 2-3 years ago, my biggest interest was this right here. And there are, what do you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 right here. All these panels are 2 1/4 inches thick. They're roughly 10 by 44 wide. They've got this lip on the top because this would be the actual top bracing that went around the perimeter of the enclosure. Now, which one was this for? Did you say?
These would have been for either the sea lions at Seaworld / Six Flags, and or possibly even one of the whale pools.
Jeez. Yeah. This is what it's all about right here. So I did do some phone calls, a couple phone calls around the country about 2 weeks ago. And I did bring up the thickness of the acrylic. And they said, yeah, that's going to be pretty expensive. Do you want that number? So, yeah, this stuff's not cheap.
It is not cheap at all.
This is not cheap. Did you see these were roughly 500 pounds a piece?
Yeah, when you calculate it out, they're approximately 500.
Oh my gosh.
Each. Maybe even a little bit more of this on top.
More corals down inside this one right here. Now this is, yeah, that's filled. More tanks, books, gravel, ozones, more aquariums. Holy cow. So this whole area is covering roughly, how wide are we now from the end to end? We're probably,
Well, each one of those posts, I think, are 20 feet between. I think they're 20 foot. So in between a post is 400 square feet, roughly.
1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. This goes way over there. Wow. This was another protein skimmer. This one's on the side, but this one was 12 foot.
Yeah, this one here is even taller and bigger than that other one.
And the head unit for this is over in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's another place where we have some stuff. But yeah, this was, there were 2 of these. These weren't even used. They were starting to plumb these on the dolphin encounter at Seaworld. They didn't even get to plumb them in yet.
I saw a number earlier. This is 750 gallons. And this was a old, big iceberg where the kids could come here and take a look at this. A couple aquariums that were built into the walls.
Yep, they would have, people who remember SeaWorld might have remembered this.
Wow, that's cool. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah.
This is a lot of stuff. What in the world, man? This is crazy. I don't know what to say. Let's attempt to walk back. With all of this stuff, there's actually more. There's other items hiding in other buildings that everything's got to go. Oh my gosh. So it's pretty safe to say that this stuff's been sitting up here for what, 2001, 2, 3?
I mean, it was over a period of time. We started everything. This stuff here we started collecting in maybe 2004, 2005 when Six Flags was closing. And we didn't put it up here right away. I'm not sure when we started storing stuff all together at this location.
These were the lights that were over top one of the
These were probably the Shark Tank or some of the exhibits, maybe.
I thought those were-
SeaWorld exhibits.
I thought this was parking lot lighting.
These are old metal halides.
Oh, jeez. So over here, I think there was a total of, what, 3 or 4 of these?
Yeah, at least there may be
You're like
four.
it's kind of like an
Maybe
FRP
4.
tank, right? It's got a viewing window on the one side.
Yeah, some of these do. These were sumps basically in the basement of the SeaWorld building. They're basically plywood tanks, but they're fiberglass, heavily fiberglassed over top of them.
All right, let's just wrap this up. Let me work my way over here. Wow.
There's a couple of glass tanks. There's a bow front on the bottom there. One,
Yeah.
is that a 165 bow front?
Yep, there's definitely a bow front there. There's a couple of 220s here, a couple stands. This is crazy. There's tanks that just have equipment filled with them. It's really hard to even appreciate what's going on here. There's so much. There's stuff just buried, stuff that hasn't seen sunlight in 2 decades. Okay, well, you don't see this every day. It's really come down to this. I would have loved to have seen it when everything was here.
It was something.
Wow. Look at these heaters. Let's talk about these titanium heaters for a second. Were these like 1,500, 2,000 watt heaters? What were these?
Probably a little more than that. I can't read that. Who's got young eyes? Here's the-
Yeah, I don't know.
What did they say? Can you read that?
That one, it's kind of hard to read. I think it says 3,000 or 240. One of the two.
It's
for
240 volts.
Are you looking for
Do you
watts?
see watts? K, does it say 30K or 3K?
I
says
see a 3,000. So
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the electric bill.
The bigger ones are way back there. Those are 10 times this size, this wattage.
Look at the valves, more coral formations, more canister filters, pool filters, piping, 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch.
Yeah, when you get into this kind of stuff, you don't use fluvels and
No,
that kind of stuff. You use you adapt pool equipment to this. Big pools.
we didn't know what's in this. Is this another coral formation? Another inside this box?
I think it is.
Whew, there's a lot of treasure hunting going on here.
Here's something to lead with.
What'd you find?
An old box.
Wow. Well, Jack, you got any last words?
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm leaving for the summer. Hi, Dad. I'm going to Europe.
What are we going to do with this stuff?
We is a strong word.
Hello guys, you guys tell me down in the comments below, what should we do with all of this stuff? Does anybody have a garage or a living room that we can put all this stuff in? Holy cow. All right, Nick, thank you. Thank you for the backstory.
No problem.
I mean, more to come. Obviously, we're probably going to do some more filming of this stuff when everything starts to get moved to its new location. Where that's going, we're not quite sure, but it's going somewhere. It's got to go somewhere. It
It's all
can't stay here.
goodness. Can't stay here, but that's all goodness. And wait till you get inside of some of that stuff. There's all kinds of little Easter eggs in there. It's exciting.
You're a good salesman.
Aquarius.
You sucked me into this.
We are Aquarius. Remember that. We love this stuff.
We are diehards.
This is good.
Anybody watching this video is probably a diehard person also, so.
That's right.
All right, thanks guys for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, we're out of here.